Let's be real here, there's never been a time where you feel ready enough, so I decided to make the change now. So for context, I thought that I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I had goals, I do the productivity system and manifestation practice. On paper, it does look like someone who had their life together, but I still feel like I'm falling behind a version of myself I couldn't catch. So I built a solution to fill that gap, for those who are productive but purposeless, spiritual but ungrounded, knowing exactly who you're meant to be but having trouble making that come true. This was built for that, because what I realize now is not the fact that I lack discipline or the knowledge to manifest my dream life. What I did not do is putting my inner and outer work in the same place, because those should not work separately. Your inner work, which is your beliefs, your identity, who you're becoming, should work hand in hand with what you're doing on a day-to-day basis to reinforce the version of yourself who has it all. So let me actually show you what's inside the Reality Architecture OS, because I want you to see the full breadth before you decide if it's for you. Before we tap into the daily practices, we need to be clear on the identity that we want to set for ourselves, and make sure that not only are we embodying it, but also removing the limiting beliefs and the causes of your current pains to help you become that intended self better and faster. We're doing the full-on glow up here. On top of that, there's also guidance on goal setting without the guilt tripping or regrets because your life hasn't changed in a year, or even the fixations on metrics and outcome that just made you more and more miserable. Over here, we set our goals as a compass with release, not attachment issues here. Of course, there's a video course for every exercise, and then this is what your home dashboard will look like. Your main dashboard, everything visible from one place. Before you touch your phone or your emails, this will be your guide for the day. And of course, this is highly customizable. This will be your digital sanctuary, so do what feels most natural to you. Then the daily layer has two parts. The morning comes to an identity anchor, one word for how your energy feels right now, and the actions your intended self would take today. Each action gets tagged, aligned, or fear-based. That tagging matters more than the task itself. Over time, you start to see the pattern of where your choices are coming from. The evening one is less than 5 minutes. Close your day with gratitude and notice the wins or accomplishments you did that day. And notice how the universe and yourself has lived through a wonderful day. Of course, you don't need to do all of this solely on this Notion OS. Feel free to grab your journal and write it down physically. I want this to be as versatile as possible, helping you to stay consistent with it and not a curriculum that actually restricts you. I also still use my physical journal, as I believe that writing things down physically holds immense power, and so if you're more comfortable with that, I've provided a template to make this easier for you too. Then every Sunday, the weekly review. This is where daily data becomes insight. Who did you show up as this week? Not just what you accomplished, but who were you? What deposited into your energy and what withdrew from it? Did your most important actions and identity actually move you towards the 90-day picture? And then the law of the week, a rotating prompt from the 10 universal laws. Beyond the daily and weekly rhythm, there's a belief log. When something surfaces, whether that be a pattern, a thought, a resistance that keeps turning back, you log it, you reframe it, and you connect it to the law that dissolves it. Over time, the log becomes a record of your own transformation. There's also the foundation page, which is where I concluded the 10 universal laws in plain language. You can read it once at the start. It lives in the OS forever, so it's yours to keep, and as a reference for every time you feel lost. The non-negotiable when building this was that it has to be simple enough for you to open even on hard days. It's not something that you spend more time organizing and stressing yourself out, rather than actually using it and being consistent with it. Every feature has a reason for being there, and it's completely set up for you from day one, and you don't have to build anything. I would say what makes this different from any other Notion template or productivity system is that there's nothing else that combines the task management with real identity work and also the universal laws built into the daily rhythm, aka easy enough for you to stay consistent, which is what reinforces your identity. This is not a planner with affirmations added. This is not a manifestation course, but this is a system where your beliefs, your identity, and your daily actions are integrated in one practice. The Reality Architecture is out now. Once you have it, it is yours forever to keep. You will also get free feature updates. And if you're still here, lucky you can get a launch price, which is up to 50% off for the first 30 buyers. Comment OS and I'll DM you the link to this.